I'm Jeremy Mosley, J&M Fabworks. I'm here at Rebuilding Generations. What we have here is a 65 Mustang gas tank we got from Tanks. We have to modify it. The corners here for clearance for the new rear suspension from Detroit Speed. So what we had to do is clearance it so that we have room for exhaust to come through and clearance like that because it is a gas tank. What we had to do was cut the corners off because we had to refab the floor for the suspension, which these guys did. So we had to cut the corners off, basically square it off so it matches everything else in the trunk, and then came through with a new piece and then put a little bead roll in there just to make sure there's support there, so it's not just a little piece and flimsy. And then added a new flange here and re-welded that so that it fits like factory, so once it's all done you won't notice a difference. We TIG welded all this all the way around, cleaned it all up, ground it down, so once it's all cleaned and painted and stuff, you won't really notice that it's been changed at all. So after we cut it off, lined it all out, cut it out square, which actually takes quite a bit. You think you could just chop it off, but actually the way it curves and all that stuff, to get it straight, you can't just cut it off. And then made a new piece to fit up against there. So you sit there and you fit it until you get it to where it's nice and close. So when you TIG weld it, you don't want any gaps. You want it nice and clean. And then you have to get all the coating off around it, inside and out. And then you come in and weld it. And then when you're done welding, you gotta grind it. So all the grinding makes it look all nice and clean. The reason why I didn't grind here is because there's no need for it, and it actually helps with supporting this piece. So it's not flimsy. You see that it's not flimsy. And then weld the top and bottom, because this is only one piece where this is two pieces sandwiched together. And there you go. So now we still have to pressure test it, make sure there's no leaks. Hopefully there's not. And then once that's done, it's done. Cleaned up and ready to go. So I made these longer so we can come in and trim it so it fits the trunk floor.
Do you have to put a coating on the inside of the gas tank in those new sections that you did?
We will once we're done and we know we're not going to do anything else to it. Then we'll do that. We'll put a coating in there so it coats all in there and it kind of coats the whole tank. I mean, it has a coating already from Tanks.
Yeah.
It has a coating in there. But since I did all this fab work stuff to it, yeah, we'll come back in and do it. Especially the way gas is nowadays. Usually you'll get water in there somehow, evaporation and all that stuff. It'll start rusting in there, and that's what we don't want. Especially with this motor.
Yeah.
It's carbureted and we do stuff.
This was an extra piece they had you weld on